Oh, God.
Like Shakira over here.
Yeah, you are. Those hips don't lie.
God damn!
They totally do, though.
No, they're telling the truth. They're clunky as fuck.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
It ain't
His
smooth.
hips don't really have much going on.
Yeah, that's what those hips say.
Yeah. Oh, lady. Welcome to episode 84, everybody.
Woo, 84.
Another coronavirus quarantine episode.
That's right.
Sorry for not twitching this time, but we kind of needed a break. This shit's hard.
Yeah, this shit's really hard. Erin is currently at home in her fucking dungeon inside of a fucking sheet tent.
I am inside a sheet tent.
And I'm in my laundry room where it gets 1,000 degrees and where very little laundry actually happens.
Fucking preach. Or so much laundry that you're like, there's never enough.
Literally, there's 2 baskets behind me that are just full of shit that needs to be folded, but it's so far gone at this point that I need to throw them back in the dryer so they're not wrinkly. Because I'm that kind of family member, mom, parent, whatever, housewife.
I have that same basket.
Yeah, yeah.
In my house. My husband, I'm pretty sure, thinks it's dirty laundry and keeps putting more clothes in it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have to wash all these again.
Yep. Isn't that so? Even if there's just one thing in there that you know is dirty, you're like, fuck, now I don't know. I can't trust it. Gotta wash it again.
Yeah. Or like you try to smell it and you're like, but I mean, it's been in my house. So
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like laundry detergent anymore. It just smells like
House.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it smells like house. It doesn't smell like BO, but it doesn't
God.
smell good.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Another fucking public service announcement. If our recording sound has changed yet again,
Yep.
it's because I'm in my dungeon again. But on the Patreon episode that we recorded this way, it sounded like I was a little bit in a well. So now I'm in a tent inside my dungeon. So hopefully this is better. It feels weird and I'm afraid that someone's going to sneak up behind me, but you know.
I'll let you know. Well, I guess I won't. I
appreciate
can't really
that.
see anything. I'll see a shadow.
No. Yeah. Oh, that'll be so scary.
Ooh,
So spooky.
Hope that don't happen.
All right, lady.
All right, Erin, give me your goddamn.
Well, my goddamn is I went to work today and I brought home Mexican food because there's a really good place around my place of business. And I was like, hell yeah. And I brought it home to my husband and we ate it and it was fucking delightful.
Now
and
you have
then
the
I had to go
Rona.
pick up right, probably. And then I had to go pick up my kids because they're at Grandpa's house today. Don't worry, everyone. They've been quarantining. We're all fucking quarantining. The only place that we go is to and from their house. And now apparently me to work and to Mexican food.
Yeah,
But I was very
yeah.
safe.
Yes, I'm sure.
So I'm driving to Grandpa's house and I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to shit my pants.
Oh, God. From eating the taco shop?
Uh-huh.
It's like it was your one time a week.
Yeah, it was that time. It was my one poop a week, and it fell on Taco Shop Day, and so it was like going to be a
Bad.
goddamn disaster.
Bad.
And so I was
real
like,
bad.
fuck. And Grandpa lives by my shop where I work, which
Yeah.
is like a warehouse area thing, right? So I was like, I'll just stop there real quick, fucking shit my brains out, and
In
then
peace.
head over to Grandpa's.
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, we should also state when you have to shit, it's like now. Like you don't get a 5-minute grace window period of time. It's like you need it now.
Oh, yeah. No, my body doesn't like me at all. And it's like, hope you're ready.
Because it's happening.
Hope you're by a fucking toilet. Yeah. It's probably not healthy.
Maybe it is. Maybe we're all doing it wrong.
Yeah, maybe. And so I went to work and I shit my brains out and I was like, thank God that's over. And then I got in my car and I went the rest of the way to Grandpa's house and then I was standing there talking to them for a while and then I was like,
Uh-oh.
Second wave hit. And I have never gone to the bathroom at their house. Like, I just usually pick up my kids, we chat for a while, and then I go. Like, it's never been, like, I've been around for long enough to where I have to pee or anything. And I just fucking ghosted everybody, walked out of the living room. I was like, I'm sure I could find it. I'm sure it's down this hallway somewhere. And then I shit my brains out at their house, which, now, apparently, my sister-in-law listens, so that's what I was doing when I fucking left. I'm sorry. And then I was like, whoa, don't feel good. But you can't stay in there that long. Like, you're at a fucking someone else's house. You're not
Oh, they'll know what's up. Yeah.
Oh, they'll know. And you can't do courtesy flushes. It was just a bad situation.
Oh, I'll courtesy flush if it's bad enough. And then I'll be like, they'll know, but we won't talk about it.
Yeah, right? Oh, it took me a minute to find the soap, too, because you know how you, like, wash your hands over aggressively to be like, maybe the soap smell will clear out the air here, right?
You're, like, wafting your hands in the air with the soap on it, trying to make, like, fucking janky-ass air freshener.
Exactly. So then I finally leave there, and I was starting to drive back, and then I called Brandon to be like, haha, guess what just happened? That's fucking crazy, right? Now I have both my kids in the car. And I was like, fuck. Third wave.
Oh no, this is a big one for you, huh?
Oh yeah, it was emptying my whole soul.
Yeah.
And so I stop at my shop again because I was like,
you didn't even make it
on the way
home.
back. No,
for the record, you're only going like 2-minute intervals here.
I know, because I wanted to fucking stay and be longer, but like the first one at my shop, I was kind of forcing it, and I was like, this is weird. It hurts real bad, but like nothing's coming out, right? So then I went to Grandpa's house, and I was like, uh-oh, open the dams. And then I left Grandpa's house, and I was like, fuck, now.
Yeah, showtime.
So yeah, I went to my shop, and I brought in my baby girl in her car seat into the shop. And then I was going back to get my toddler because I was like, he can just run around, right?
Yeah.
And I was getting him inside, and then the neighbor comes out, and he was like, hey, I thought you quit, like, blah, 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 and tried talking to me. And I was like, oh, yeah, crazy, right? Ha, ha, ha. Like, trying to just fucking let me get my kid and get in there. And then I hear, pop, 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 pop. I had set off the fucking alarm.
Oh, no.
Because apparently I put my baby girl in there and then forgot to turn off the alarm.
Oh, my God.
And then I went outside to get my kid, and then the neighbor distracted me. So then the fucking alarm went off. So then I have to text my boss because they call him to be like, yo, what's the password, right?
Oh,
and
my
so
God.
They called, or I text him immediately because I was like, hey, it's me, just so you know, like, I'm still here. And I said, like, I'm checking on some files that I sent to myself because I didn't want to be like, I needed to shit my brains out.
Yeah.
So then he's like, okay, I was just on my way down there. Like, are you good? Is everything okay? And I was like, I'm totally fine. And I was like, maybe he just meant like he was on his way down there because they called him. And that's why, right?
Oh, you are having the worst luck. Yeah. I can already tell where this is going. Is he like right there?
Pretty much. I got to finish, and I fucking was able to clean up shop, and then like I was leaving, and he pulled up, and I was like, hi.
Like, oh my God, it smells like a death happened in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just here to drop off some stuff for embroidery or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay. Like, see you later. The files weren't done transferring or whatever. Like, bye.
Yeah.
And so then I left, and as I was like driving away, I was like, I really hope he doesn't use the bathroom.
There's like skid marks in there. Looks like
right. No, there wasn't any skid marks. I always make sure that no one knows that there's evidence of a poop happening, but also it was in the air.
Yeah. I mean, if it's bad enough, you could just tell from your face you shit your brains out. You'll be like exhausted and sweaty.
Yeah, I was probably like pale. Like, what happened to the rest of your body? It's forever in the toilet behind me.
Oh my God, that's my favorite story. Oh, that
was my exciting adventure on the first fucking day that I go back to work in forever.
Oh God, you poor soul. And your poor kids are just like, what's going on?
Well, my toddler, he kept I'll be right back. And he puts his hand up to me, like to your face, like, I'll be right back. Because I guess I do that. Like, stay right there. I'm going to be right back. And I do it with my hand. And so he does that to me now. He was like, okay, I'm going to be right back. And then he'd like leave the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, but like don't touch anything because there's a lot of fucking dangerous
death
stuff
traps
out there. Yeah, but he was just like going out, closing the door, and then opening the door and going, I'm back. Like, thank God you're entertained.
Oh, God. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, it was pretty good. That's my fucking goddamn for the century right now.
Well, you're good for another week.
I know. I reset the timer.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Give me your goddamn.
Okay, so the other night I was putting my toddler to bed, and usually we do this little routine of like we read a book, I sing him a song, and I tell him a story. Kids got it fucking made at bedtime. And
does.
we're laying there and we're chatting. And he starts asking me about heaven. And he's asked me a lot about like heaven. Heaven's up in the sky, you know, like can we get there by an airplane? Is it above space? Like he has a lot of questions. And I don't have any of the fucking answers, but I am doing the best that I can. Like, oh my God. Okay, so we're laying in bed and he's asking about heaven. And it's like this really sweet conversation, right? Like, oh, who lives in heaven? God lives in heaven and he loves you and he watches over you and he protects you, you know, going on like that. And you can see he's really interested and he's like, he asks me, well, how do we get to heaven? And I was thinking, like, shit, man.
You die.
Yeah, like this kid's about to go to bed. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell him how you actually get to heaven. And so I was
Well,
like,
sometimes it's a car accident.
sometimes
it's
you
the
just choke to
Rona.
death on a muffin.
Yeah.
Which is
There's
mommy's
so
biggest
many
fear.
ways.
There's so
Yeah,
many
right?
ways to get there. Oh my God. Okay, so I was like, well, you know, you live a long, happy life, and when you get really, really old, God decides it's time for you to go to heaven, and he comes down and he gets you. And so my son, like, cocks his head to the side all confused and, like, throws up his arms, like, in question, and he's like, does God have a helicopter?
But, like, does he, though?
Yeah, like, how does he get you? Does he have a helicopter? Oh my God. And I was like trying to keep it all like together, right? And mind you, I was really having a sentimental moment with him because I've never thought about having to explain any of this shit to my toddler. And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful, you know? Like, hopefully he gets the warm and fuzzies. And he's all fucking concerned about the logistics of how the fuck God gets to you. And so I'm like, I mean, every time my kid asks me a question, I always answer it very honestly as I can. And I was like, you know, I don't know if he has a helicopter. He might. Shit, man. It's heaven. Sounds awesome.
He's God. Of course he has a helicopter. He has so many helicopters.
Exactly. Okay, so then it's like silent for a minute and he's thinking and he goes, so I'm not tall enough to get into heaven? And I was like, nope, you're not tall enough. You got to stick around with me. And, you know, I keep going on about, you know, oh, God loves you so much. And, you know, you want to make God happy. So listen to me, right? Like I'm trying to like fucking work in my own propaganda there.
Yeah.
And then he goes, does heaven have sewers? I'm like, shit, man.
What?
I don't fucking know.
That's
And,
Blippi
like,
for you.
yeah, seriously. And before I could even answer it, he like hits me with these rapid fire questions. He's like, can we take a picture in heaven? Do you have a picture of heaven? I need to see what heaven looks like. Can we FaceTime God? And he's like going on and on.
God.
And I'm like, Jesus, kid, you're like, one, really thinking about this. And two, not like being like all sentimental like I am over here. I'm like, oh, my sweet little boy, let me teach you about spirituality. And he's like, I need to understand the sewer system and what are we working with in terms
everybody
of
poop?
Oh my God, I was dying. It's cracking me up. And then I was like, all
That's
right,
great.
man, we got to go because you're getting too revved up and it's bedtime. and then the next night at bedtime, he was like, I don't want to talk about heaven tonight. It's like, all right, man, we don't have to. I don't have the answers. I don't know.
That's so fun.
I know.
What a good moment.
Well, yeah.
I mean, aside from the part where he's like, but like, is it a laser beam or?
Oh my God, it was cracking me up though to hear the shit he was thinking of. Like, does God have a helicopter? I'm like, shit, man. Fuck, I never thought of that.
All right. Well, should we talk about murder then?
Yeah, it's your turn to talk about it first.
I will then.
Okie doke, artichoke.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Christine Paulila.
Okie doke.
Okay, she was born on Long Island in New York on March 31st in 1986.
Ooh.
So almost
Our
the
age.
same age as us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her dad died when she was 2 years old. And then when she was 7, she was diagnosed with alopecia and she lost
shit.
all of her hair.
Oh, shit. Okay, so did she have the alopecia because of her dad passing away? You know, like stress?
I don't think so because it happened when her dad died when she was 2 and then she got alopecia when she was 7.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe, but I don't really know.
You're like,
I don't know
I'm
what
not a
causes
fucking
it.
doctor.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking child psychologist or whoever diagnoses you with this shit.
Yeah, got you. Okay.
At any rate, she started wearing wigs because fucking no hair. That just sucks,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she had really low self-confidence, obviously.
Aw, that's sad.
Yeah. So then she moved to live with her grandparents in Texas, and
Uh-huh.
she went to high school at Clear Lake High School in Houston.
Okay.
She was one of the unpopular kids because
Because the wig and all that.
yeah, and I guess she didn't have like the best wigs where they were like clunky and like kind of Halloween style wigs. Where
She's like coming in with like rainbows and shit.
I think it was more like this one's Elvira and it's just like long black, which I think she has white, but you know what I mean, like
She would have been my friend.
for sure.
Like you come in with a crazy spiky one with like tinsels in it. It's like green.
Right.
Oh god.
Well, there were two girls who were like popular girls named Rachel Colorutis and Tiffany Rowell, who were like, hey, we're going to be your friend. And they took her under their wing and they gave her like a makeover. And they're like, let's find you better wigs. And this is how you can put on makeup. Because she like you lose all your hair, like your fucking eyelashes and your eyebrows and stuff too. And so they're like, this shit will make you look as normal
like you
as
have
you
hair.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so super fucking nice, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then they did such a good job that Christine was even voted most irresistible in their high school.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah. And she got a boyfriend. It was an older boy named Christopher Snyder, who was 21 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, she was 17 at the time.
Ugh.
I
We've all done it
mean,
once.
I know. I was going to say, like, I want to judge, but at the same time, I literally, same fucking thing.
Yep. Always a douche.
Yep. It's never a good guy that does that.
No,
There's no
no.
good guys that are dating high school chicks. Like,
No.
get the fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
So the three girls were best friends, and Christine finally had, like, girls that she could rely on and hang out with, and she was fucking stoked on it, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Life took a turn for the better.
Yeah. Except Rachel and Tiffany weren't too fond of Christine's boyfriend because he goes by Chris occasionally in my notes.
Okay.
Because he was into hard drugs, and they were like, you can do better. Like, get the fuck out of here with him, right?
By the way, girlfriends never like the boyfriends. You know, like your friends never like whoever the fuck you're dating.
Not usually, no. Yeah. They're like, I'm going to warn you of all these things. And you're like, yeah, but I'm in love.
Yeah, fuck y'all red flags.
Yeah, I'm 17 and I can't see red flags.
Yeah. Even though they're whacking me right in the face.
Yeah, exactly. So Rachel and Tiffany were a year ahead of Christine in school, and they graduated and they became strippers.
Ooh, girl. Making it in life.
You know, hey, make that money.
That's right.
And so Tiffany started dating a guy named Marcus Priscilla, who was 19 years old, and he was a cocaine and ecstasy dealer.
Oh, whoa.
So a little judgy from the other side, right? Like,
yeah, glass
don't hang out
house.
with that guy. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then Christine got into harder drugs with her boyfriend, where she's like, fuck it, let's do this. Heroin, right? Woo.
Oh, yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. So then Christopher's sister described Christine and Chris's relationship as kind of toxic and aggressive. And she said that Christine was really jealous and kind of crazy.
Ooh.
And she was given the nickname Psycho.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She would start fights with Chris and then show up to his house and bang on the doors. And when they wouldn't let her in, she would sleep on his lawn and like make a fucking scene. And then she'd just sleep out on his lawn.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
But I mean, did he apologize?
Yeah. Did he say he's sorry?
Yeah. I mean, listen, to each their own. And then she would want very aggressive sex after they would make up because she wanted, quote, to be punished.
Jesus.
But I'm not here to kink shame. To each their own. Some people like, angry, aggressive makeup sex, right?
I think I kind of giggled earlier when you said that their relationship was described as aggressive, but now I get it.
Right?
I was like, what a funny adjective. Oh.
Oh, that's pretty aggressive. They were aggressively in love. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nope, different route.
Yep. So nobody in this story so far is doing really great, right?
No.
Yeah. So then on July 18th in 2003, at about 3:30 p.m., one of Tiffany and Rachel's friends went over to their house to hang out or buy drugs or something. They went to their house. We don't really know why.
Yeah.
And they found a brutal murder scene.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Inside the house were the dead bodies of Rachel, Tiffany, Tiffany's boyfriend Marcus, and Marcus's cousin Adelbert Sanchez, who was 21
Oh,
years
God.
old.
So were they like, drug deal, gone bad, case closed?
That is fucking almost exactly to the T what the cops say about this, but I'll tell you about it. But
Of course. Yeah, of course. I see it coming a mile away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, they were strippers, they were doing drugs, the boyfriend was a drug dealer, they were selling drugs out of the house occasionally. It all adds up.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so they had all been shot multiple times,
Ooh.
and Rachel and Marcus also had blunt force trauma to their heads.
Oh, geez.
Rachel and Tiffany had also both been shot in the crotch.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which, according to police, was indicative of someone jealous of their sexuality because the guys weren't shot in the crotch. But I don't fucking know, right?
Okay, I get it. Also, not necessary.
No, that won't. I mean, it might kill you. I don't really know. But they were all
Oh.
shot multiple times to where it's like, listen.
Don't know which one.
Yeah, don't do that.
They all weren't good. Yeah.
But like you said, the house was a place to sell drugs. So cops were like, fucking got it. Case closed.
Yeah. We got this one in the bag.
Yeah. Book 'em, Lou.
Yeah, exactly.
And the police thought it looked like they had been executed and that Rachel may have been the target because she had been, like, overkilled.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, there were 40 shots fired in the home, and everyone had been shot multiple times, like I said. But Marcus and Rachel had blunt force trauma to their head, like I fucking said. I keep saying this.
Getting all mad at yourself?
Yeah, like I rewrote my notes and then was like, you know, when you reorder stuff and rewrite it, and you're like, God damn it.
It was
I'm
out of
trying
order.
to get through it. Okay, but Rachel had been shot in the butt, which means that she had been trying to run away,
Oh, God.
but she wasn't killed by the gunshots.
Oh, no. How many times was she shot?
I don't know. There
Okay,
were 40
but
shots in
multiple.
the whole house between 4 people, so like, I don't know. If you want to even it out, maybe 10.
Okay.
But I don't know for a fact.
Also, who is fucking popping off 40 shots and no one is aware and calling the cops?
Right? Like, I
Jeez.
feel like I would, after, I don't know, like 3 or 4, I'd be like, yeah, no, those are gunshots.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of them. Is that
Yeah.
40? That's so
Are
many.
they still going? Was that 40? I'm trying to count, but I lost count because there were so goddamn many.
Yeah, someone should call the cops.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I don't
so-
know if anyone did or not.
So this Rachel chick lived through getting her crotch shot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She was killed because her skull had been smashed in.
Oh,
So,
that's so awful.
fucking horrific.
Oh, my God.
So there were over 400 leads in the case. Basically, everyone who Marcus may have sold drugs to, but they didn't lead
Jesus.
anywhere.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine? What a terrible day at work.
To be the cops, right?
Yeah, to be like 400 leads.
400 people who are on drugs, and you're like, "Hi, do you know Marcus?" And they're like, no.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That you have to interview. And they're like,
Yeah, exactly.
Snitches get stitches, bitch.
Yeah, and they're like, I never met him in my life. And they're like, well, you were in his fucking black book or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. His ledger.
Yeah. Like, I just want to know if you killed him. I don't give a fuck if you bought ecstasy.
I know, but also, did you buy ecstasy?
But also, come right over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to siphon you off to this other interrogation room. So anyway, Christine's 2 best friends, who were basically her only friends, are dead now, right?
Yeah.
She got even further into drugs with her boyfriend and was
Oh,
like,
no.
fuck everything. Like, this shit sucks, right?
Yeah.
And then 3 years go by, and Chris was picked up on a warrant for car theft, and he was sent to jail. And Christine entered into a drug rehab where she met a guy named Justin Rott.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Justin was an ex-heroin addict, and so the 2 of them fell in love, and they're like, yo, let's do this fucking sobriety thing together. Everything's great, right?
Yep.
They get married, and they buy a condo.
Ooh.
They bought it like fucking cash with money from a trust left to Christine from her father's death, because I guess he died on the job. He was a construction worker. And so she got like $360,000. So
Oh, shit. Sugar
she's
mama.
doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, it's a fucking tough trade for a dad, but
Oh, for sure. But from Justin's perspective, I mean, shit.
Yeah, you just came into a chick when you're like, oh, I'll get married and fucking you can buy us a house and all
Yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
right?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great.
That'll be great.
Yeah. But she's doing a lot better now, right?
Yeah.
Then, on the anniversary of Tiffany and Rachel's death, there was a news segment about the murder that was playing. And Christine called Justin in to watch it with her, like, hey, these are my two best friends, right?
Yeah.
And then this time, they had a sketch of a suspect.
Oh, God.
And
Oh, God.
Christine lost her shit. And she stared at her new husband, and she was like, does that look like me?
Oh, my God. No.
Yeah.
Christine.
So then, somehow, she ends up confessing everything to Justin.
Oh, my God. Did it look like her, though?
I don't know. Probably. Enough to where Justin was probably like, I mean, kind of.
I wonder if they sketched it from her DNA or if, like, there was an eyewitness or some shit.
Oh, I don't know. That would have been a
Ooh.
smart thing to fucking look for. I didn't.
Someday.
Someday. So she said that Chris had the bright idea to rob Rachel and Tiffany. And since they were strippers, they would have a lot of cash on hand. And then since Tiffany's boyfriend was a drug dealer, he also probably had a lot of cash on him. So they're like, yo, it'll be a quick, like, snatch and grab. We'll just get the fuck out of there and take all their cash, right?
Make some money.
Yeah, everybody's on drugs. So it sounds like a great idea to them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the plan was just to rob them. But Chris surprised Christine by right before they went inside, he shoved a gun into her hand. And she was like,
Oh,
what the fuck
surprise.
is this for, right? Yeah, he's like, just fucking take this, right? And then he surprised her again when they were inside and Chris shot Marcus.
Oh, my God. So he had his own gun?
Yeah, they had two guns there.
Okay.
Maybe they had more than two because unless you're reloading. And
Yeah,
I
40
don't know how
shots.
many. Yeah, that's a lot of shots.
That shit's planned.
Yeah, right?
You're not just walking around with 40 rounds ready to rock.
Yeah, also, if it's a fucking robbery, you're not going to be like, let me grab my extra clips.
A full metal jacket.
Yeah, like you're going to want, I don't know, maybe just like one gun and it's just a robbery. So you'd be like, hey, I have a gun. And they'd be like, here you go. Sorry about it. Like,
Yeah,
please
leave
don't
now.
shoot me.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. But 40 shots, that's a lot of fucking
A
ammo to
little
bring.
excessive. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. But apparently Christine adjusted pretty well. And after that first shot, she, I guess, quote, triggered a rampage inside her.
Jesus.
And she claims that the gun in her hand started going off on its own and she was
No.
firing blindly and crying.
Oh, my God. And you shot crotches and butts and stuff?
Yeah, butts and crotches. And someone being jealous of someone else's sexuality kind of makes more sense now because...
Yeah.
Like, those two girls were popular girls. They were pretty
Yep.
girls. They were all those
Yep.
things that she wasn't until she met them.
Well, and then they were also like strippers, which is like the icon of like beauty, right? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
or
True.
They try to be. Mm-hmm.
So then when they were leaving, Christine told Chris that she had to go back in to check and make sure that they were all dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she saw Rachel crawling on the floor,
Oh, my God.
trying to call 911,
Oh, my God.
but she was choking on her own blood.
Ah!
So Christine went over to her and she started bashing her in the head with the butt of the gun until she died.
Jesus.
What the
That's insane. I didn't know that you could, like, I mean, I know you could knock somebody out that way, but like crush their head, their skull?
I mean,
That's some aggression.
you can do that with like a rock. I'm sure you could do it with a gun. It's just a
Yeah, but
metal
like a rock, I feel like
thing.
you have a choice. It's like heavy. You could pick a heavy one.
Guns are heavy. Have you ever held a handgun?
Yeah, but I can't imagine. I don't know. It's just.
I know what you mean. It's not normal. Like, you wouldn't think pistol whipping a person would like fracture their skull, but she was doing like the overhead hammer fucking hammer
Jesus.
punches.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
So then Christine had Chris drive her to work at Walgreens so she wouldn't be late.
What, did she have blood all over her? She just bashed
I
someone's
don't
head in?
know. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe she like changed her shirt or something, but she's like, yeah, then I went to work. Like, fucking everything's normal.
Yeah, talk about an adrenaline rush.
Right?
Just like, can I see your fucking ID? Sorry. I'm in
said
your
ID,
for that
goddammit.
alcohol. Yeah.
Fun fact, she worked at the makeup counter, so
Oh.
she was just like,
Oh, that
yeah,
is a fun
that's
fact.
fucking color goes really good with your skin. You want red lipstick? Like blood red lipstick? Yeah, it's right over here.
Or do you want a coral?
Yeah. So Justin, her new husband.
Mm-hmm.
Was naturally pretty pissed about this at first. And he was like, well, I guess we're in this together because we're married.
What?
And so let's go on the fucking run.
Oh, shit. Who knew he'd be like ride or die?
He was a heroin addict before, I guess. So he's like, fuck it. You know what? We stay together. This is what happens.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they went on the run. They stayed at a La Quinta Inn and they got super heavy into heroin again.
Oh no, they relapsed.
Yep. They stayed in the room and never let housekeeping in for 7 months.
Oh my God.
Because no one's looking for them still.
That's crazy. Yeah. Like, no, it wasn't like that one sketch alerted everybody.
Yeah. She was just like, oh, fuck, that looks like me. And it had been 3 years. Like,
that's crazy.
They weren't like, hopefully she sees this.
Yeah. Turn yourself in.
Yeah,
Have
exactly.
a heart. Okay, so hold up. Like, what kind of hotel is like, 7 months, you can stay here. I never once need to go in there. Like, change the fucking sheets or something, right?
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
The La Quinta Inn, apparently.
Yeah, evidently. Shit.
Yeah. Also, I think that, because I've heard of a La Quinta Inn before, and they're like smaller places. I want to say that they'll do like the long-term stay stuff.
Yeah. Like, you could rent them by the weeks.
Yeah. I don't want to call them out for being anything like that they're not necessarily. It's just that people might use them for shittier reasons than they intend, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I think they're like it's
long-term
not like
stay.
Yeah, it's not like they're like more of a motel kind of thing. Not like you're not staying at the Hilton when you go to the La Quinta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also,
I got you.
goddamn, 7 months? Like, you must have racked up some money there. Like,
That's crazy.
that's a bill.
Uh-huh.
So, 10 days before the next anniversary of the murders,
Jeez.
so a fucking year later almost,
Uh-huh.
the police got an anonymous tip from a man claiming that he had met Christine in rehab, and she told him that she and her boyfriend had committed these murders.
Uh-huh.
Side note, it was not Justin.
Oh, okay. That's where I was going. I was like,
Yeah,
he flipped.
guess he's not ride or die.
Yeah.
Nope, it wasn't him.
Okay.
And police were able to track down Christine and Justin with her credit card usage. Like, she was going to ATMs and stuff because they were, quote, on the run, but they weren't really, like, fucking hiding well.
Yeah, they were like, I mean, we just left our house.
Yeah, exactly. We're not at home.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any other measures to make sure they can't find me.
Exactly. So they arrested her within 2 days of the tip. Apparently, they were
Damn.
not hard to find. And she was charged and convicted of first-degree capital murder.
Oh, shit.
Justin testified against her with the confession that she had told him, like, I mean, fucking don't pull me into this shit. I had nothing to do with it. This is all the things that she told me. And I guess she came out with like 3 different stories of what happened. And one, the more likely one, is the one that I told you, aside from the like, oh, and then it just started firing blindly. Right?
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Like that part kept changing. And like gun experts are like, yeah, that doesn't happen. Like it wouldn't happen. I mean, maybe like once if you dropped it, but not
40
a bunch of times in the air with no provocation. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, and also if like what she said was true, where the gun's going off, and like, oh shit, you would like point it at something that's not a person and be like, oh my God, what's happening? Make it stop.
Like,
Glad it ran out of ammo. I won't put any more ammo in this.
Thank God. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. But nope, she was like, I don't know what to do.
I'll spin
Can
in
you help
circles.
me? Let me show it at you or point it at you.
Point it. You. Nah, fuck you. God damn it.
Can you help? Damn it. Now you're dead. So Christine was sentenced to life in prison, and she would be eligible for parole in 40 years.
Oh shit, man. Drugs are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not even once.
No, not even once. And then Chris learned that the cops were looking for him because she had been arrested now. And so he took a bunch of pills and some soda into the woods where he overdosed and killed himself.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
Fucking crazy, right?
I wonder what was going on in Chris's life. Like, was he still on drugs? Did he clean up, you know?
From what I heard, he had gone to jail for that warrant, but I don't know. I don't know how long he was actually in prison for, if that like dried him out or if he got right back into drugs as soon as he got out or anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, probably. He had enough pills to fucking kill himself, and I don't know what he took, so.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Oh, shit. Man,
Goddamn.
this is why you don't do drugs.
Right? Yeah.
It
especially
literally
not
all is
heroin.
from drugs. Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, definitely not heroin.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, that was
it's crazy,
a doozy.
right?
It was fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me your story.
All right, here, let's do it. I'm going to tell you about April Gregory.
Oh, this 2 first name have motherfucker.
April Gregory was an 18-year-old Syracuse University student in 1996. And I just see the bottle straight up. The Corona bottle in the air as she pounds the last of it.
Pound it.
Okay, she was studying psychology, and she took her schooling very seriously. She had been working and saving since she was a sophomore in high school to help pay for her college. And she was currently working at a McDonald's and was taking summer courses at the university so that she could potentially graduate early.
Nice.
Yeah, she was described as quiet and serious and obviously had a really good head on her shoulders because I wasn't doing all that at that age.
Yeah, right.
Right? And she was always really reliable, which, as we know, is a good way to show up harmed.
Missing?
Yeah. These stories, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So because she was so reliable, this is why it was so odd, on May 25th of 1996, her work and her family became alarmed when she didn't show up for work that day.
Oh, shit.
Her brother, Lamar, had been the last person to see her the night before at 11:45 when he dropped her off at her dorm in Sadler Hall at Syracuse University.
Okay.
And her family, I guess, lived on the south side of the city. And the night she went missing, April asked her brother to drop her off at the dorm instead of staying the night at her parents' house because her dorm was only 5 blocks away from the McDonald's that she worked at. So she was like, I'll just wake up in the morning and I'll walk to work. So could you please drop me off? And so he did. And that was the last time that he saw her. And so her parents get a call from her work that morning. And they're like, hey, she's not here. And at first, her parents weren't so concerned. They were like, oh, she just must be running late. Like, she's going to go to work. She always goes to work. So she'll be there, just running late.
Yeah, don't worry about it. She's responsible and reliable, always on time.
Yeah. Yeah, they were like almost reassuring, like, oh, we're sure she'll be there, you know?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So then the next morning, her coworkers call her parents again, and they explain that April never actually showed up to work that day, and she's still not there the second day that she's supposed to be there. And so her parents are like, hold the fucking phone. Yeah, exactly. They're like, now we're starting to worry because that's definitely not like her.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, that's not normal at all. So her parents go to her dorm, and when they get there, they see these notes that are left on her door from friends who she was supposed to go shopping with, like those 2 days. I think it was like a Saturday or something. She was supposed to go shopping with somebody, but obviously she had missed the plans. And so her friend like wrote a note on the door like, hey, what the hell? Sorry, we missed each other. Call me when you get in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, red flag. Like she's missing more than just work. Like she's also missing plans to hang out with her friends.
Yeah, social events.
Exactly. So her parents are starting to get real worried and they call the cops. But the police are like, yo, she's 18.
She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, you have to wait at least a week before we're going to consider her as a missing person.
A week?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
But she's not showing up for work.
Yeah, like, or anywhere. And they're like, yeah, she's 18. She can just fucking leave if she wants to. She doesn't have to tell anyone if she leaves.
Yeah, but like 72 hours, maybe. Like,
I know.
72 hours seems like a long time, but
to me,
maybe.
I'm like, you are the cops. Like, what else are you doing? Come help me find my person that I am missing. And if we find them in a Target, like walking through the goddamn soap aisle, picking out a fragrance, then hell yeah. Like, good job. You still did your job.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you find them. Just help me find them no matter what time of day it is.
I mean, I could see making them wait 24 hours to be like, you know what? They just didn't call you because they went on a fucking bender and they're staying the night with their boyfriend or whatever. Like, deal with it. 48 hours, okay, maybe sometimes. 72 hours, I'm like, that's pushing it. A week, though? There's no reason to be like, they have to be missing for a week. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
That's
granted,
so
this
many
is like
days.
96, so I'm sure it's different now.
Still.
Oh, I know. Okay. So her family files this missing persons report because she is missing for a week,
Wow.
over a week. And so they file the report on June 2nd, and the police get involved, and the university even puts out an award for anyone. I'm sorry, not an award.
It's like a
reward.
plaque. You found her.
We'll give you this. No, they put out a reward for anyone who will come forward with any information on her whereabouts.
Okay.
So, as the investigation unfolded, it was discovered that April was dating a 30-year-old man by the name of Terrence Evans.
Gross.
Right? It's like your story all over again.
Yeah, it's just a college-age person instead of a high schooler, which makes it a little bit better, but still.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Terrence actually lived right next door to April's parents. And the police find this out, and they're like, oh shit, let's talk to Terrence, because now here's another person who might know where the fuck she went to.
Yeah.
So when they interview him, they discover that the night she went missing, she had actually gone to Terrence's house.
But I thought the brother dropped her off.
He did. Okay, so I guess it was like pretty standard or routine for them to meet up without anybody knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she would walk there. Like, I'm not quite sure how far of a walk this was, or maybe he would pick her up or something. But the article I read said that she would meet up with him and then he would walk her back to her dorms. And no one knew they were dating or anything. So she would probably tell her brother, like, yeah, please drop me off at the dorm. And then call her boyfriend and be like, hey, I'm ready to hang out.
Yeah.
And then he'd like come and get her.
I feel like I would just tell my parents, like, hey, I'm just going to walk back to the dorm and then walk to my boyfriend's house. Or like walk
Yeah,
around
like
the
walk
block and be
next
like,
door.
come meet me over here, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what if it's like, I don't know, because, you know, my parents have a bar by their house and you and I have walked to that bar at night and we had to literally peel my dad's hands off the keys and be like, you do not have to drive us. It's like 2 feet.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
like
Maybe they were
parents are like neurotic about it. Yeah.
yeah, they're like, no, you're not fucking walking. It's dangerous. I will drive you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but
buy
evidently
it.
they fucking met up that night.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, no one really knew about the relationship or anything, and Terrence's parents were out of town that night, which he's 30 years old and living with his parents, but I mean, hey.
Is that a
been there.
flag?
Is that a red one?
Yeah. What color is that flag?
I feel like it's like yellow.
I mean, it's kind of
'cause
like an
shit,
orange
man.
flag now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
fucking houses are expensive as fuck. So,
So
I get it.
expensive.
But also, this was the 90s.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, move out.
Yeah, get it together, Terrence.
Yeah.
Okay, so his parents had left for the night or whatever, and so it was a perfect night for her to come over and come hang out, and maybe they can get in a little something, something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That part is total speculation. That did not come from an article.
But I mean, she's going to her boyfriend's house when his parents aren't home.
Yeah, we all know what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so he claimed that on the night of the 24th, she came over after her brother Lamar dropped her off and had returned her home as usual. Like, walked her home, everything was fucking normal. And during his interview, he became very defensive and wouldn't make eye contact and would like look away and shit. So the police were like pretty fucking suspicious of Terrence.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like, no, I fucking returned her home and she was peachy keen. Nothing wrong. Everything was
Yeah,
great.
everything was fine. And then it was just out of my hands.
Yep. No idea what happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, you know where she's at. And so his statements also became like really inconsistent. And it was discovered that he had actually missed work the day that April had gone missing.
Uh-oh.
So the police are like, let's keep our eye on Terrence. And
Yeah.
they decide to stake out his house.
Good.
Yeah. Their thought process is that like wherever April is, that Terrence knows and he's going to either leave to go visit her or something or whatever. Like he is part of this equation now. So we're going to track him and he will lead us to April.
Okay.
So they stay outside of his house and for a couple days he never leaves the house. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Terrence, come out. What are you doing?
Well,
And
he's
so
got
during
something to
this
take
time-
care of inside there.
He sure enough does. And so during this time frame, the police interviewed Terrence 5 times. So I guess he
Jesus.
left the house to like get interviewed, you know, but like whenever they're staking him out, he wasn't going anywhere else.
Yeah.
So he gets interviewed 5 times and they were pretty much onto him right away and pushing him that he knew something and that he wasn't sharing. So like fucking give it up, right?
Yeah. What aren't you telling us?
Yeah. So Terrence eventually breaks down. And in November of 1997, which is over a year after she had gone missing. So this happened like over a year span where he was being interviewed a handful of times. He was being staked out. I'm pretty sure it was only for like a week or some shit. And like they were just keeping their fucking finger on his pulse.
Yeah.
We're not letting you get far. So a year after she had gone missing, Terrence admits that he had murdered April.
Ooh, okay. I mean, we all knew Terrence, but tell us what happened.
Yeah. Let me tell you. So he confessed that April had come over that night, and when she showed up, the couple had got into a heated argument for one reason or another. And so during the argument, Terrence hit April. And she falls, and she hits her head on a speaker in his room.
Oh, shit.
And she began to bleed profusely from the injury.
Yeah, head wounds bleed a lot.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
And April was totally unconscious and lying on the floor, and Terrence panicked and didn't know what to do, and he didn't want to call for help because he knew he'd be like blamed for it.
Yeah.
So he laid her down on the bed and decided to just let her sleep this whole fiasco off.
Okay.
Like, she'll just sleep it off.
Hopefully he stopped the bleeding.
I would hope so, but I don't think he did, because then he went to the store and he bought some beers. So he clearly was not very worried about her well-being.
Yeah. He's like, well, she's down for the night. I guess I'll just drink by myself.
Right? Like, ugh, what a rager. This is exciting. But like, what the fuck, bro? Like, call somebody. Be like, something happened.
Can you come collect your daughter?
Yeah. Okay, before I keep going, though, I totally don't think he just hit her once and she hit her head on a speaker. I think some other shit happened. But, you know.
Yeah.
This is a story.
Yeah. I mean, probably, but
yeah, probably. So Terrence says that after he bought some beers, that he got home and he realized that April wasn't breathing and that she had died.
Oh, shit.
But here's the kicker. Terrence's parents came home early and he was like caught off guard. And instead of confessing to what had happened, he just kept April's corpse in his bed for 4 days.
Oh, where the fuck was he sleeping?
In the bed next to her.
What the fuck?
For 4 days.
Next to a dead person?
Not fun. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because he didn't want to tell anyone. He didn't want to admit to what had happened.
That's like a teenage girl that gets pregnant and she's like not fucking mentally,
oh God,
like fucking, I don't know, okay enough to handle the situation. He sounds like an adult child.
Yes, he is, clearly.
Ugh, god damn.
Like, he literally just acted like everything was normal. Like, hey, Mom and Dad, just gonna eat my dinner in my room real quick.
You making some flappies? Yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah, don't come in here.
Yeah,
knock,
don't. I told you to knock, Mom.
Oh my God. So eventually his parents left the home or some shit, and they left long enough for him to go bury her in his backyard.
First of all, they left long enough for that? How long does that take? Because I would think that would take a hot fucking minute. Like, I'd have to be digging while they're gone.
At least an afternoon. Yeah.
Or digging while they're home. Like, I'm just going to make a new garden here. And then when they leave, you could be like, put her in, cover it up. I finished it.
Yeah. Yeah, no idea. I'm guessing it was a couple hours. It had to be at least an afternoon.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
It's like a task.
How soft is the dirt there?
I don't know. In New York? Well, I mean, here it's fucking impossible. You would need a backhoe.
It's literally granite.
Or digger.
On my hill, you need a fucking diamond-plated drill.
Yeah, or like some dynamite.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Shit's
God.
not possible. But apparently, okay, in New York, it's tree there. They get a lot of rain. Maybe it's soft.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just like soil, like normal soil. Who fucking knows?
All right.
But they leave long enough, and he's like, I'm going to fucking bury her in the backyard. Which also, what, like, parent isn't like, yo, Terrence, why is there fresh soil in the backyard the shape of a body? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, where in New York was this?
Syracuse?
Oh, by Syracuse? Yeah. I don't know anything about New York and its fucking geography, but I'm thinking maybe it's like upstate New York where there's a lot of land. And so maybe it wasn't like straight off the backyard, but like further down by the creek. I don't know if they have creeks.
Yeah, like if you, I'm sure they do. If you bury a body in my backyard, I will notice the moment that you bury that body. But like if it's I get what you're saying. Like when I lived in Virginia, like our backyard was just woods. And I had no idea where the property line was. So you could have buried so many bodies and I'd have no fucking clue.
Exactly. I mean, I'd probably notice here because I'd be like, what's that big clean space with no dog poop?
Who brought out their diamond-plated drill? Whatever, saw.
God, it's so loud.
Was that dynamite? Is somebody burying a body? Oh, God. Okay, so everything was fine, right? April was buried in the backyard. Shit was cool. She was just missing. No big deal.
Case closed.
Yeah, but then the police started to like really dig in and start investigating Terrence, and he started to realize like, oh shit, I'm in the hot seat, and he started to panic again, and so he decided that he needed to dig up April's corpse and dispose of it somewhere else because if the cops looked hard enough, they were totally going to find her in his backyard.
I mean, logical thinking. However, now you're going to dig up a body that's been underground for a year decomposing? That's awful. Did he put her in a bag first? Because I don't think she's going to come up in one piece.
I don't fucking know.
This is awful.
Know. And I also don't really know the timeline. Like, I don't know if he dug her up like 2 days later, if it was like literally the year later, because he started to get questioned like early on in the investigation, I think. But like nothing ever,
specified
I don't know the true
when
timeline.
He dug it.
But she was at least 4 days old.
Ugh, gross.
So I'm assuming 5 days. So you could guess at least a week.
Ugh.
But probably more. You're probably more right, like towards the end of everything. I don't know.
Gross.
Super gross. So he decided, like, okay, I've dug her up, and so now I need to cut her body up and hide her in many different locations so that it'd be more difficult to identify her.
Like a credit card.
So if they, like, find her, they might be like, are these human remains, or are these just, like, whatever?
Deer.
Yeah, no one even knows what it is because it's so chopped up.
Ugh, okay. Except they'd be like, wow, these look like saw marks.
Yeah. Did somebody hack this bone in half?
Yeah.
Okay, so he explained in his confession that he had pulled all of her teeth because he knew that if the police found her, the teeth could be used on dental records to identify her.
Jesus.
And he described in detail separating her head from the rest of her body.
Ugh.
Which I don't know what those details were, but he for sure fucking did this shit.
Yeah, he wasn't guessing. He was like,
no.
Then I did this.
Yeah, and it made this sound.
Oh, that's horrible.
So he hid parts of her in his family's attic.
What?
As well as in the basement floor.
Motherfucker, if you're looking to hide shit, your garden would be better than inside your house.
Yeah, at least you could be like, anyone has access to my garden.
Yeah, anyone could have put her there. But inside my house, there's one of fucking 3 people, me or my parents.
Yeah, well, who do you think it is?
Yeah.
By the way, I watched her die. Jesus.
Ugh, this is dumb.
Oh, God.
This guy's a dum-dum.
Yeah, I also think, like, it doesn't ever explain, like, any kind of mental issues, but for sure, mental issues, because the thought process here is fucking insane.
Yeah, there's got to be something going on.
Oh, yeah. So he had said that he had taken her head and put it in a plastic bag and then put the bag in his closet.
Okay. What? Like, that's not even just your attic or your basement, because then mom or dad has access too, but now it's in your closet?
Yeah, like, I keep her with me.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of level shit.
That's so gross.
Yeah, super gross.
Also, it's gonna smell.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you gonna put it in your attic or your basement? Like, your mom is gonna be like, why
is
the
the
fuck
ceiling
does it smell
leaking?
like dead people? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Something
gross.
died in the attic. Can you go get it?
Yeah, take care of that shit.
Ugh. Oh my God. But also he slept next to a dead body for 4 days. So
True.
maybe
True.
his like standard for hygiene and smell isn't the same as everyone else's.
Maybe he had like a deviated septum or
Maybe.
septums.
Maybe
Both
he
of
had
them were just
coronavirus. That shit
Maybe.
makes your smeller go away.
Yeah, back in 96 before it was cool.
Yeah. He had it first.
Yeah, he did. Patient zero. Maybe. Or he's just fucking psycho.
He got it from sleeping with a fucking corpse.
Right? Okay, so the investigators were like, why the fuck did you put her head in the closet? That's creepy, right?
Yeah.
And he explained that he just needed something of hers to be close to him.
Bro, get a ring. Or like
right?
a fucking
What?
bracelet or the shirt she was wearing or her shoe.
What if you're like having this super romantic moment and you're looking deeply into each other's eyes?
And you're like,
And
I
the
just
dude
want
is
your
just like-
head on my fucking mantle.
Like, in my closet. I just want your head in my closet. Like, I'm cool.
I'm just gonna
Red
keep
flag.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just separate it from your body?
Your eyes are like blueberries.
Oh, God. I want to pluck them out of your skull.
Yeah. Ugh, Jesus.
Okay, so detectives were like super shocked by his confession, so much so that they totally didn't believe him.
What?
They were like, "Yeah, you're just blowing smoke, right?"
They were like,
"What the fuck?"
We've been fucking looking at you for a year now. However, I don't believe you, but can I check your closet anyway?
Yeah. They wanted to check, but they were like, for sure he's got to be like exaggerating some shit or like something, because what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. At least they checked, though, right? Please tell me they checked.
Yeah. Next sentence.
Okay.
Next bullet. They went to his house.
Thank God.
And they checked where he had said that he had hid her body. And sure enough, they found bits and pieces of her decomposed body hidden in the basement, behind the walls, and in the attic, and in his closet.
Oh, so
Yeah.
fucking gross.
So I guess they pulled the traps in the basement, and that's where they found her teeth, which I'm guessing those are like sewage traps or like water lines or something. I don't know I don't have a basement, so I don't have traps in there.
I would think it's like a sink trap. You know, because usually
Yeah.
basements have like maybe a laundry room or something. So they might have that big laundry sink.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where they found her teeth.
Okay.
So
I probably would
dental
have scattered
records.
those like to random
Yeah.
dumpsters, like one in each
Yeah.
one.
Like a credit card.
Like a credit card. Yeah.
Yeah. Evidently, he just threw him down the drain.
All right.
Okay, so during the entire confession, Terrence willingly offered like intense details with almost no prompting, and investigators think that was because he felt really guilty and remorseful. And so the confession was like this weight off of his shoulders, because literally the police didn't have to do anything. They weren't even like, and then what'd you do? He just was like, blah, 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 and like kept telling the whole goddamn story. And they were like, hold the fucking phone.
They're like, you need to slow down. We need to check some shit. Let me take a
Yeah,
coffee break
yeah.
because this is a lot.
Yeah, I need a smoke.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. So Terrence was arrested.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and he was charged with second-degree murder and was sentenced to 25 to life in prison and is eligible for parole in 2022.
That's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's as soon as
That
quarantine
is.
ends, assuming he doesn't get corona.
Oh, shit, it is, huh?
Yeah.
So, fun last little note, I guess. April's dad told Terrence that he hoped that he ends up like Jeffrey Dahmer, who was like beat to death in prison because it happened like right around the time that this dude got sentenced.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
that's a valid fucking request from the dad.
right? I agree.
Yeah. Jesus. That's
Fucking
aggressive.
intense, right?
That's an aggressive relationship.
Yeah. Talk about aggression. Yeah. You want to like one up each other here?
yeah, right.
Oh, God. But can you imagine, like, how the fuck is there a head in your son's closet? I'm not blaming the parents at all, because what the fuck? Who knows what's going on? But just like the smell and like the logistics of it all, I'm confused.
The logistics get me a little bit more. Like the head in the attic, was it in a bag or whatever? The pieces in the attic, was it in a bag? Because I feel like it's just going to leak through the fucking floor into your, because bodies start to leak.
Yeah. And like how many pieces? I don't know. It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Ugh,
I don't get it. I don't like it.
Could you imagine if your sweet little baby boy had a girlfriend
No.
who went missing?
No.
And then you're like, oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry for you. I feel so bad.
And it's in my attic.
And she's in your attic and his closet
No.
and your garden and your
Oh my
basement.
God.
And her teeth
My
are in the
Babies better
trap.
hope that never happens, because I will be so fucking suspicious of them instantly.
Right? I'd be like, I've heard this one before.
Yeah, hold up. Did you remove her teeth? Where are her
Let me
fingertips?
check the basement traps.
Oh my God. I guess that this case was like so brutal and intense and shit that it shook like even the most seasoned investigators, and they use it all the time in like fucking forensic classes and shit.
Oh, Jesus. I wonder how
Yeah.
his like demeanor was that whole time with like his parents, because his parents living with him would probably notice like, oh, he became more secluded, or like,
Yeah.
you know, he was pretty standoffish for those 4 days after.
Yeah, he seemed a little shook.
He just
like
wanted to
he's seen
stay
some
in his
shit.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
I don't know.
he was mourning his girlfriend, or like, you know, the first time that he went through puberty. He stayed in his room the whole time.
Wouldn't let me wash his sheets for a long time. Always wanted to wash them himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to know their like
Side of the
their
story?
thought process on it, because I mean,
God.
I wouldn't even call it their side of the story, because I'm not saying that they should have done anything differently. They're just a fucking
Yeah.
innocent person in all of this,
Yeah.
and that sucks to have happen with your kid, like, goddamn, that would suck.
Yeah.
But like, did you notice anything different? And I'm not saying they should have acted on it, but did you?
They like inadvertently got involved.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, I just want to know your part of like what you saw, what you witnessed.
Yeah, exactly. And it wouldn't be weird if your son's girlfriend goes missing and then all of a sudden he's like quiet or reserved or something. I'd be like, yeah, man, he just went through some shit.
Yeah. Although I don't know how long it was until it like came out that they were dating. I think it was pretty early on, but I don't know for sure. Like no one knew they were dating
Yeah,
at
yeah.
first.
That's true. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. On that lovely note, should we send us out?
All right. Well, everyone, if you have case suggestions, feel free to email them to isgdpodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website for pictures pertaining to our cases, isgdpodcast.com. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ISGD Podcast. And come join our Facebook group, the Goddamn Pod Group.
Yep, it's fun. You should join our Patreon. It's as little as $1 and you get one extra case a month, and also you get all of our back fucking cases. So now we're at like 13 episodes that you will get.
And one is coming out yesterday.
Yep, you're welcome. Come join us. Come support our habit of true crime
Yeah.
and evidently audio equipment.
Yeah, come support our sweet, sweet hobby, and I don't know, let us know that we're doing a good thing, or if you appreciate it, fucking subscribe, rate, and review. We like that shit.
Please do that shit. Yeah. Help us hit some charts.
Yeah. Also, if you want to snail mail us, you can feel free to at P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979. I still have not checked it since quarantine, and I'm so sorry if anyone has sent anything. I promise I will get there on hopefully this weekend.
You were too busy shitting this last week.
I had no time to stop at the post office.
It was an emergency.
Well, I feel bad going to the post office like with my kids or anything because A, you can't leave them in the car because people frown upon that.
Yeah, evidently it's not legal.
Yeah, and B, I don't want to bring them inside anywhere that's not my house or grandpa's house. Like,
Yep, I get you.
yeah, so it's hard to be like, oh, just wait here, I promise I'll run. So I have to do it like either before or after grandpa's house, but fucking the post office isn't on the way. It was on the way to daycare. It was so easy there.
I know. I hear you.
But I will get it, I promise. Hopefully this weekend. If not, then by Tuesday. I'll get it on Tuesday.
Boom, love it. Can't wait to hear that all we have are
Junk mail.
ads and junk mail. Yeah.
Fucking flyers for Carl's Jr.
Oh, God.
Also, if there is anything in there, I'm just giving it some time to dry out from Corona.
Yeah, exactly. See? Just looking out for the safety of this podcast.
Exactly.
So there.
Yeah. All right, lady. Is that all?
Okay, that's it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.